Gotcha Eye tutorial. First, open IBS Paints, make a new thing and import your picture you want to select. I just picked this one, it's my Toto Deku child. Then you're going to make another layer. Then I like to zoom in and you get magic wand and you select the eye areas, including the highlight and everything. It doesn't have to be perfectly clean yet because you fix that up after. So you just select all your eye stuff, and then I like to go into selection layer. Hold on. I like to go into selection layer so I can see what isn't hit, and I just like to try and cover as much as those little white bits or uncovered bits as I can. Not all of it has to be done, so you don't have to make sure every little bit is done. Just try and clean it up just a little bit. Then you're going to want to go back onto your layer, select the main color and make sure your opacity is all the way up and just color the whole thing in. You have to tap it a couple times to get those white parts, and you just do that the same for both eyes. Then you're going to want to make a new layer, select all just straight black, paintbrush, airbrush, normal. Get it to size 27 and then just shade in about probably just under half the eye. You can do as much or as little as you want, just touch it up to see how you need it. You do that on both eyes. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just as well as you want it to be. Get another layer, select it as add down the bottom where it says normal. Make it an add layer. You then want to eyedropper your color and just airbrush about. Don't do the full green part or whatever color your thing is, just like a bit. So you got 3 different sections of color: your black, your middle, and then your bright. And you just do that on both eyes. Then add another layer, make your brush felt pen hard, all the way black, and make it the drawing tool the one under off, eclipse. You then want to get the correct size, which is after here, 1.2. 1.2 is the correct size, and you're going to want to make sure the circle does not touch any of your edges or your pupil. Takes me a couple tries here, but eventually you get the good eye shape. You then add another layer and draw. Make sure you turn your circle off, and then you want to draw little sort of ovals here, a bigger one and a smaller one on top of each other on your line. And you do it on both eyes. They don't have to be completely even, but just try your best. You then want to select your opacity of that layer. You can pick anything. I usually do under 50 on 50, Then you plus another layer, make it add. You will then select your very green one. Make sure your brush is airbrush, and then you're going to just airbrush a very bright, not green, any color you're using. Sorry if this is confusing. Then you're just going to want to airbrush the bottom bit of that there, and do that with both eyes as well. Another layer, remove your selected layer. You're going to now just want to get black hard pen and 1.2 or whatever fits your eye, and just fix those little green bits up. Again, it doesn't have to look perfect unless you're zooming in on your eye for your edit, because then you're going to want it to make a little bit better. But usually my edits are either shaky and flashy or they're far away, so it doesn't really matter. But it kind of depends on your edit. Sorry for the pause here, I had to do something. But you just want to get as good as you want it. You can do rushed ones where I just don't add that circle. I just do like the black shade with the brightness. I don't add like the circle and everything that you'll see after. But you can do as much as you want. I just wanted to show you how I do my full eye edits. This is kind of rushed, but you know. Sorry for the readjusting here. So yeah, you're just going to colour a black around it and touch it up a bit, make it look nice. Then you're going to want to touch up your pupil. See how there's a gap there from the highlight that we disposed of? Then you're going to touch it up. My pupils do not look good in this edit at all, but you know, I tried. They don't have to look perfect, again, unless you have them zoomed up and in. But just get them as good as you want, like I've said 3 million times. Sorry for repeating myself. Then you're going to want to add another layer, make it white. Just pen hard still, same on, and then you're going to change it to 3-3. Put little ovals in the side, they're going to be a highlight. You then want to plus another layer, same white, make it a little bit smaller. I did 2.2. Then you're going to do a bigger one and a smaller one on the other side of it. You then select the opacity that I do it under 50 somewhere, not too light though, just do it how you feel is right. Plus another layer and make it a colour that suits the eye colour you're doing. It doesn't have to, like, just don't do pink on a green eye. Just do it whatever you think and just draw a little square. I used 0.8, but again, it just has to suit your eye. You make this little square on the smaller highlight. You then want to select your eraser, make it very small. I did 0.9 in the end. I think I changed a couple times, but in the end I do 0.9. And you make it look like a little window, like you do a cross of eraser through it. This. And you do that on both. And then after you've done that, you're going to want to select your opacity for that level. Again, just whatever you feel like. I did it just over 50 for this one. And then your eyes are done, I believe. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. You're then going to want to find your layer, that is that circle. You find that layer and you press Eraser Airbrush. Eraser, then you pick air, and you're just going to want to, just give it a second, shade in smaller, shade in, so you erase it a bit on both eyes, and that's just going to make it look a bit better. The airbrush helps to make it look a bit more natural for having circles in your eyes. And then they're done. Let me know if you want a hair tutorial as well. Thank you.